Why can't Disney make another movie like Encanto? It's a movie that was unexpectedly successful, but looking back at it, it's not hard to see why. Everything about this movie is just amazing. And if Disney were to just make something like this again, I really think that it would turn their losing streak around. But it's almost as if they don't actually know why this movie was so successful. Almost like they think it was just some shot in the dark where they just happened to get lucky. But that really wasn't the case at all. This movie used a very strategic formula for crafting the perfect Disney movie. Something I first want to point out about this movie is how it has such a large cast of main characters while giving just enough time in the spotlight to each one. Half the time when I'm watching a movie, I couldn't even tell you the main character's first name by the time it's over. Meanwhile, this movie manages to use an entire extended family as its main cast, and make every single one an icon in their own way. Let's use Camilo for example. This guy has probably the shortest amount of screen time out of the main cast, yet still somehow becomes a fan favorite. He's one of the few who isn't given his own song, yet his 10-second cameo in We Don't Talk About Bruno managed to become a meme. And he's remembered for just having a couple lines of witty dialogue scattered throughout the movie. And keep in mind, I'm emphasizing the fact that he was given the least attention out of the entire family. What you'll notice in the beginning is that the family is made up of very surface level characters, until they have their song. Luisa is just a big brute who lifts heavy things, until she has her song, which is literally called Under the Surface. And then after this, we have a way of better understanding who she really is. And this is rinsed and repeated throughout the entire movie. A character is given a song, and then we finally understand them. My favorite example of this is Isabella. This girl is the most bland character you could imagine up until she's given her song. It's implied that Mirabel doesn't like her, and you can see why. She's put at the forefront of every family gathering and advertised as the pride and joy of the family. No wonder she doesn't like her. It takes listening to her song, What Else Can I Do, to finally understand that she never even wanted any of it. The song starts with them fighting with each other, and it ends with them finding common ground. This song is just the perfect example of how music in Disney movies can be such an effective means of building character. It's what makes Disney so unique from other studios. Pixar, for example, has their own formula for making movies, which works for them. But it's nice to see Disney use their own unique formula to the maximum benefit. And speaking of Pixar, I've always considered their movies to be in a league above Disney's. But this was the first movie from Disney in a long time that I would consider being actually as good as one of Pixar's. One of my favorite things about this movie is the fact that it's centered around a traditional family. It's a rare thing in modern movies to see traditional extended family dynamics like this. It never feels political or anything, and it was actually really refreshing when this movie first came out. This feels like an actual family, and the Colombia setting I actually found pretty cool. It was something unique and different, and it actually made for a pretty cool aesthetic. The crazy thing is that this movie just came out at such a random time. There was so little hype leading up to its release, and almost nobody talked about it when it was in theaters. It was only when it went on to Disney Plus that it finally got the recognition it deserved. If Disney were to just follow this same formula going forward, I really think that they could continue making good movies. But after they put out a movie as bad as Strange World, it's clear they really have no idea what they're doing. But if they just made another movie with a unique setting, characters made memorable through music, and incorporate traditional culture rather than modern politics, I think that they could continue having big successes like this. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and bye!